is up, YouTube? Keegan Mfg here. After a very long wait, I apologize. Let me turn off this lamp. That's better. And this one, that's way better. What is up, guys? Keegan Mfg here. Sorry for the huge gap in between videos. I was waiting to get some stuff to review, and two, my Clapton wire, because I've kind of realized that things are just better with claptons in them. But I have 1,000 feet of this stuff now, and I'll learn as we go on how to stay ahead of my ordering. So anyways, what is up? Long time no see. Got something pretty cool for you guys today, at least I think so. This is personally my favorite atomizer, and it is the Apocalypse RDA. Let me rephrase that. It is not my favorite atomizer, it is my favorite RDA. There's a dog here on the bag. Alright, I'm sure many of you have seen this logo before. It's a little bag it came in. Mine is actually a limited edition one. I have the Mfg silver plated. Ooh, so shiny. There we go. Silver plated Apocalypse. Of course, we're going to go down here to my build table and take a closer look at it. But just really quick off the bat, when you order one, I'm pretty sure it's just going to come packaged in this. Mine was in this, and it had the bag. It had the atomizer in the bag inside here. Yours might come like that too. I've actually only ever ordered one. The other one I had, I actually just sent it to a friend. I ended up just buying from one of my buddies who had an extra one. So, yeah, pretty awesome little atomizer. I really enjoy it. Hits really nicely, super easy to build, and I actually have a pretty spicy build for us to throw in there today. So, without further ado, let's move to the build desk. Alright guys, what is up? Down here at my build desk, you might notice I have my shiny light off because this thing is silver plated or what have you. There's actually too much light and it was bouncing off. But as I said, this is the silver plated Mfg Apocalypse V2 RDA. Alright, does come with this old-time drip tip. Alright, let's go over what's in the package. Pretty simple packaging, actually. You have your little velvet bag. Alright, just zip bag like they're a draw bag. Alright, and then like I said, mine came in this guy, and this guy you just kind of pull it and it opens. And it just comes with full O-ring replacement and 2 screws. Now this is the limited edition, so I did end up with pink and green. I want to say they're titanium anodized or stainless steel anodized screws, and then the screws that it came with in the actual atomizer itself are silver plated screws. So let us get a device going. Gonna be vaping on my palladium totem from Vapor's Mood. This is nice and shiny too. There's a dog hair on that as well. Gonna go ahead and screw this guy on there. Alright, so pretty simple atomizer. I mean, once again, clamp style. Alright, once again, silver screws here. Alright, silver plated clamps, silver plated deck. Alright, so the thing is really easy to build. Let's go ahead and toss a build in here. Let's see, there we go. And I actually have some pretty intense coils today. Little ceramic tweezers. And here's what I'm going to be tossing in there. These are dual core, 24 gauge core, 38 gauge wrap, nichrome 80, complete nichrome 80 fused claptons that I made myself just this morning. Let's go over how to build this thing really quick. I mean, it's pretty darn simple. One thing I do want to point out is make sure that you're using a wider tip screwdriver. If you use something small, like a, I don't know the size differences, but basically, I mean, you can see this guy is going to be your best bet, 'cause if you use a tiny little one like this, there's a good possibility of stripping your screw. So just be aware of that. Alright, all we're going to do is just lift these up. One thing I would like to point out, actually, is that this is a pretty cool idea on the clamps. That's probably not the best thing to use. Let's grab something pointy. Your clamps are actually beveled on the edges. So as the reason behind that is if you take your wire, you kind of see how it just automatically kind of wants to slip under there, so you don't really have to fiddle with your wire and try and get it in there and really, you know, make the hassle of trying to lift up your clamp and then get your wire in there. It just does it on its own, which is a feature that I absolutely love about the Apocalypse RDA. Looking kind of far away from my face. I'm going to get my view a little bit better. There we go. Of course I'm having issues now that I just said that. There we go. Just going to pop up. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, so I'm just going to slip that one in. Right? Cool thing is that you can see both my clamps are already up now, so now this guy is just going to go straight in. Really easy like, and of course it's going to push out the other one because, you know, awesome. Alright, pretty simple. I just like to hold my coils where about they're going to be. Grab your screwdriver, you're just going to clamp them down. Really, 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 really easy. That's it. I mean, obviously not. We still have to clip the legs off and all that. Boom. Alright, so now they're in there, my legs are off, now it's just time to adjust the coil. I actually wrapped these coils around this here, so I'm just going to use the same thing to adjust. Alright, and there you have it. See, I mean, it's super quick, super easy to install coils on. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to test fire these and get them lighten up even, and we'll go on from there. Alrighty, I'm back, and these guys are lighting up pretty darn nice, pretty darn quick. This is an angry building here. Yeah, so there's that. Let's go ahead and go over wicking. I mean, this thing is super easy to wick. Super, super easy to wick. And of course, as always, cotton bacon. I actually have a friend of mine sending me a new type of cotton that I'm going to try out, so I'm excited for that. I'm sure they're nice and cool. They aren't cool yet. While we're waiting for that to cool down, show you my new friend Sally. Down there in the bottom, hanging out underneath her web. She's cool. There she is. She's just a little singer right now. Anyways. Alright, these have cooled down enough to wick them. So, like I said, this thing is super easy to wick. You're just going to grab, I mean, just like any other RDA with a drip well, you're just going to go ahead and twist up one end and feed it through. Make sure it's not too tight inside your coil, but of course you want it tight enough that the coil is completely making contact. Oops. There we go. Alright, where's my scissors? Nice thing about this, it might not look like you have much room to put cotton, but this thing holds plenty of cotton, so you can get a nice amount of juice up in there. The other side. Alright. Now I'm going to bring my pokey tool back. I'm just going to fold it underneath my coil. I think this is actually the first RDA review I've ever done, so I'm just going to point out something that I personally like to do on my RDAs. I do prefer to chase clouds, so you might not like to do this, it's up to you. But I actually like to leave a gap for airflow underneath my coil where my cotton is not. So you don't have to, just something I thought I'd point out. Let's see if I can get a, yeah, see how you can see my little build rug under there. That's it. I mean, things easy to do. I had juice that I was going to vape, and I don't know where it went. Well, that's alright. I will vape on some Yohawk by Mohawk Vapors. This is a blueberry yogurt parfait. Pretty good stuff. If you haven't noticed, I really dig on blueberry and grape and the berry flavors. White up my cotton. Yeah, I'm telling you, my boy that I sent that other Apocalypse to is a die-hard Goon fan. I sent him my Rainbow Apocalypse, and I don't think he's touched a Goon since. Well, that's it for this guy. Let's go ahead and come back up, and let's take some hits off. Alright guys, I am back, just in case you couldn't get a good view of how hard this monstrosity hits. Like I said, we got a spicy build today. Forgot to mention, your airflow is adjustable to whatever you like it. Yeah, it's more of a sliver shape now. I think with this build I'm actually going to need it wide open. See how bad this one chokes me out. Woohoo! Wow! She hits hard. That is with the airflow wide open. So, now, one thing to mention. Non-limited edition Apocalypse V2s all have gold-plated decks. I believe you can get an option to have a stainless deck, but I'm pretty sure they're all gold-plated. They hit just as hard. The silver plating was a cool feature. I just liked the engraving on the mech life, and that's why I bought that one. Ah! Oh boy! Alright, so let's talk about price for these guys. Now, once again, limited edition. This guy was a little bit spendy. This guy was $130, I want to say. And I did buy that from a website that is based on the East Coast. But you can actually get them directly from ArmageddonManufacturing.com, and I will put a link to the description in there. Their customer service is awesome. Turn this off again. Customer service is awesome. I think your average price for an Apocalypse is going to be about 70 to 90 bucks, depending on what color you get and etc. And then, of course, the limited editions are going to be more, up to 130. Excuse my hair; it's horrible today. But I think right now the limited edition that's out is the War of Vape Titanium Apocalypse, and I haven't got my hands on one of those, but I can pretty much tell you you're gonna like it. Man, those are some angry coils, I tell you what. Boy, well, I gotta take a break from that because So, that has been the Apocalypse RDA by Armageddon Manufacturing. I will be reviewing another product of theirs here in a probably Monday, Tuesday time frame. Should be up, but I might also just knock it out today. Who knows? Yeah, that's all I have for you. If you have any ideas of something you'd want me to review or that you'd like to see more of in the video, go ahead and leave a comment below. And I'm going to leave you today with a safety warning. Don't grab hot coils with your fingers and then drop them on your arms and try to catch them like this, because that'll happen. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.